Didn't I say shut up? Bet that rooster will think twice before crowing tomorrow morning. Coffee's ready, guys. Let's start the show. Good morning, crew. How's it going, crew? Good morning. Good morning. Let's get the tongue working this morning. How is everybody this morning? Let's see who's come to hang out with us. I'm going to click on that. There we go. Ta-da. There's the chat. Good morning, Michelle. Good morning, Janice. Hi, Pomp. How are you feeling? Ms. Pinky's in the house. Hello, Miss Susan. Susan's lurking. Ooh. And Sage is ready to rock and roll. How's it going? Good morning. Yeah, I know that rooster will think twice, huh? Damn rooster. Good morning. Good morning. Let's see if I missed anybody. Let's see. I got, Al. Hey, how's it going, Al? Oh, love the flowers. We need them. We're getting dumped on, guys. Oh, the snow is a nightmare. But Dragon, thanks for popping in. I know you are at a doctor's appointment. Hope everything turns out well for you. Good morning, everyone. So how is everyone this fine Monday morning? Here we are again, Monday morning. Oh, my goodness. Did everybody have a great weekend? Hello, graduate. How are you today? Snow. All we've got was snow. I mean, I know 'tis the season, but man. And I guess we're going to get dumped on later, too. So much for finishing the shed. We never finished. So now we have to go out there every time and get the snow off the roof. So it's stuck like that till spring. We're going to have to suck it up. Because everything's covered in that fluffy white crap. Did everybody have a good weekend? I hope you did. Anybody do anything fun, exciting, boring, anything? Pinky is waking up. Yeah, I kind of need to wake up too. Again, didn't hardly even sleep. It was a rough night. I don't know what I'm going to do. I'm getting tired of this real quick. Of course, I know it's because I pissed my back off over the weekend. I went grocery shopping. We have to drag everything up, upstairs. So it's rough. And by the time I'm done, I'm wiped out. So I paid for it. That's for sure. But I plan on making it a good day. Pop says Ohio had 6 inches of snow overnight. Yeah, we're just getting it. And we've got a storm headed this way again today. So it's definitely going to be a white Christmas, folks. Laura, I asked you to keep that cool stuff up there. I'm sorry. I told you I'm a sharing person. It's just in my being. I have to share, no matter what it is. So just think of it as a loving gift from me to you. Dragon is lurking. I know, doctor's office first thing in the morning. That stinks. That's usually how I set it up. When I in an appointment, what do you want? First thing in the morning, get it over with, because I don't want to screw up the rest of my day. Because bad enough you're in there, sitting. Your appointment's at like 9:30. You don't get in there till 10:30. Then you're sitting there waiting for the doctor for another 20 minutes, 30 minutes. I mean, my God. Oh, sure. See, Janice, I'm just that kind of gal. I love to share what I have when I can. And I don't want anybody to miss out on the beautiful fluffy white snow. It won't be a white Christmas for me. Well, not that sort of white Christmas anyway. Oh, you guys are just getting rain, or it's just really cold. I don't know. I don't. It is. It's nice when you look at it out through the window. It is nice, but like I said, we went out yesterday, and I had to go shopping, and it was like, oh God, and I had to drag all the bags and stuff up through the snow, and it's just everything is wet and slippery, and you almost break your neck. It's ridiculous. Graduate, it's 12 here. It's 11 here, graduate. It was 9, so it warmed up 2 degrees. Oh, aren't we lucky? Miss Steph, how are you? Did you have a great weekend? I was pretty much MIA this weekend. I had to take care of some things around the house, and so I pretty much was just missing over the weekend. And still didn't get my Christmas stuff down, but I'm doing that today. I don't care if I got to do it by myself. I got to put it up. It just sucks. I am so, because usually I have it up Thanksgiving weekend. And I haven't had anybody to help me, so I'm just going to drag it down the stairs myself. So if you hear any screaming or loud bangs or, noises, it'll be me falling down the stairs with the totes. But I will get it down here. And then I'm going to try my damnedest to get it all up today. Which I should be dead by then. And then, you guys, I'll be missing later because I'll be in traction somewhere. Maybe I'll just keep it low key this year because usually I totally deck out the entire house. Maybe I'll just, a little bit here and there and call it a day. At least it'll be something. Gordo, good morning. How are you? Everybody got their coffee. I got mine. Thank God my husband got up and made coffee this morning. Put him up live. Oh, I could do that. Yeah. Actually, I was thinking about that. I was talking about that, doing a live show. If I get another one of those miniature kits, doing it live so that you guys can see me do the process and, all of the, fun stuff. If that's something you guys would be interested in, let me know. Because it definitely is a really fun process. And I don't know, a lot of people like miniatures like I do. I think they would enjoy it. Steph's getting her coffee now. Get that brew on. And actually, after I did all of that stuff yesterday, and then I had to make a pot roast for dinner because my husband wanted pot roast. So, yeah. And I don't know, I had to have, the recipe called for 2 cups of wine and a couple of tablespoons of cognac. Well, I couldn't get a small bottle of cognac, and I wasn't spending $26 for 2 tablespoons of cognac. So I swapped it out for brandy. Well, the woman told me, oh, this is a good brandy. I'm thinking, oh, okay. Ugh. I mean, it made the roast taste was wonderful. But just to drink the brandy on its own, oh my God. So the good thing is stuff has a great shelf life because it'll sit there till the next time I make pot roast because I didn't like the way it tasted on its own. Oh, so you want to do a live to make my brain explode watching minis? Yeah. See? It gets Steph's anxiety be all flipping out watching me put all these little parts together. Graduates doing a coffee run. Anybody want anything special? That's why I said about December is because I bet you do a great display. Or the decorations. Okay, yeah. I probably could. I mean, if my husband's home, you might hear some, colorful language. Him yelling at the dog, the usual around here. Used to be in a day, because I have over 20 totes of Christmas things, and every room gets loaded up. And I could do that in one weekend. It would be done completely. And as the older I get, it takes, a week. I do a little bit, got to sit down for a little bit, get up, do some more. But I'm determined to get it down the stairs today and get it done. So that's the project. So I'm going to have to shut the phone off, shut everything down so that, I don't get disturbed so I can get it done. Because that's what happens. I get distracted and then that's it. Plans change. Everybody's calling me wanting something. So I'm just going to disappear for the day and get this stuff finished. And I always leave it up until after New Year's. So actually, it was last year I left it up the entire to the end of January because I just didn't want to take it down. Well, that was embarrassing. A day ahead of myself, appointments tomorrow. Oh, bummer. Oh, God, I've done that, Dragon. I have done that. So you're not alone there. It takes a month here to get all the ornaments up. Yeah, I just, well, I'm not even going to do the outside this year. I normally do all full front lawn, decorations, front of the doors and, the porches. And I'm just going to put the lights on. And then I have this giant, huge wreath that takes 2 people to put up. I might just throw that over the railing and tie it off and turn it on, and that'll be good. Gordon says, I hate all the fossils. You know what? I love the decorating. It's nice to get gifts, but, I don't expect them. I just enjoy all the color and just and all the old memories of days of old Christmas. And that's, everything I have is I've had for years. And like stuff, I have ornaments and decorations that were my grandmother's. I love to hang them up. Old Christmas cards, all of that. So it's all pretty much just memories and none of that commercialism. That I hate. And I totally ignore that completely. Too bad you can't just push a button and it's done. Oh, wouldn't I love it? Just to snap my fingers and bam, instant Christmas. And I pull out all the stuff out that, my son made when he was in grade school. And, I put all of that stuff up. And of course, he's not here this year. This is the first Christmas he's not going to be here. He's going to be in his own home. But I'm still going to hang up a stocking. What the hell, right? Is a giant homemade chocolate chip cookie, pistachio cream inside, considered a breakfast pastry? Yes. It has all the major food groups there, Steph. You're good. But see, I mean, if you didn't bring enough for everybody, Steph. Yeah, I hate the commercialized Christmas. Oh, it's terrible. It's terrible. And the prices of the new decorations that they have out. Holy shit. Shove me in it, man. I mean, there's so many things I'd love to get, but it's hundreds of dollars. No, it's okay. I'll stick with the old stuff. Actually, but there is one thing. If I did have the money, I would get it because I'm crazy. They have the giant abominable snowman from the cartoon Christmas TV show there. With the gold miner. I think isn't it Rudolph, the red-nosed reindeer cartoon, I think, with the Bumble. Well, they have him at Home Depot or Lowe's here. $500 for this thing, but he's huge. And he, you step on the button or whatever, and it makes the noise. That I would love to have that. I would put that in my hallway. So when people come up the hall and they turn the corner and they see it, make them shit themselves. Here are a few ways you could support. Oh, thank you, graduate. Yes, the support is appreciated, 1,000,000%. I've still got 2 weeks to make 600, and I only have 9 more subs to go. So I've got my eyes, fingers, toes, and everything crossed. Thank you, Pop. Wonderful, wonderful. Get them decks up. Yeah, I'm gonna do my damnedest. I will. But for Pop, we've got to hit him up with a little Christmas. Thank you so much, dear Pomp. I appreciate it. Gracie said, "Yeah, I saw it. Isn't he big? But could you imagine? Because my hallway, you come up the stairs and there's like a little turn, so you can't see around the corner until you turn to get to our door. So I would put it like right once they come around the turn. So yeah, you pretty much shit your pants. I think they would be hilarious." But it's like $500. I'm like, oh, no way. There's no way I would spend that kind of money. Has everyone seen Beardo's Sugar Plum Fairy video I put out on my Gatekeeper's channel? No, not yet. I'll have to check that out. I'll make a note. Check out Beardo's Sugar Plum Fairy. Yeah, like I said, over the weekend, I tried to disappear over the weekend because, you get burned out, guys. Even though I ended up doing a show on someone else's channel, which was pretty interesting. We did, Susan joined me with a group of other people. We did it for a friend of ours, and it was pretty much a paranormal roundtable. Different views from different groups and people, and there was a lot of things that we did that were similar. A lot of things that some people believed in and others didn't. So it made it for a very interesting conversation. And of course, it was just the first of the 3-part series. So again, coming this Sunday, we'll be doing it again, and it'll be a different subject. I think we're going to be discussing the fakery in the paranormal on this coming Sunday. I'm in for a real treat. Oh, I'm sure I am. You guys are so funny. I wish I could come up with better stuff like that. I'm still learning. I'm getting better. Now it's only semi-pathetic, where it was totally pathetic before. Oh, Susan saw it? You seen it? Oh, and Steph saw it too. Yeah, I saw it. It was late last night. Oh, no, you saw the show. Oh, okay. Oh, and yeah, you know what? And of course, I didn't stream on mine. Susan did the stream on hers, and Sean did it on their network. Because I would have loved to have you guys come in and really hit hard with some questions. Because if I saw you guys in there asking the questions, I would have just piped up and said, "Hey, well, we've got a question." There was a couple of people in there that were hitting out some questions, and Susan pulled them out because I know that the others weren't really paying attention for questions in the chat. So Susan brought up a few of them. I think it's important that when you're doing a show, you got to pay attention to the chat because the people want to be involved in the conversation, especially one like that. So we're just going to have to remind everybody to really pay attention to the chat for the next program. And if they do, I believe it is going to be about the fakery and the paranormal. So that's going to bring up some really good questions. Thanks for posting that, Pinky. Yeah, I'm going to have to watch that. I was moderating last night, but gave both channels a like. Oh, thank you. Who's next on Gordo's hit list? Oh, God. Oh, who? I've been a good girl. Well, kind of. Yes, Susan. Yeah, I think we need to bring it up to Sean that they need to pay more attention to the audience because I'm sure there was a more questions in there that we didn't catch. And of course, I ended up having a blackout. I don't know what the hell happened. Did you notice that I disappeared, Susan? And then I was like, oh shit, everything just shut off. I'm thinking, oh damn, what the hell happened? And then everything started back up again and I popped back in. So I don't know what the hell happened there. Gordo, I put it into his Discord on his Facebook. Oh my God. Oh, good, Susan. Yeah, I think that I know they get caught up in what people are saying, their experiences and all of that, but they really need to pay more attention to the audience, because the audience is there. They're engaged in what we're discussing, and they have questions just as much as we do. So, good morning, Friday. How is James this morning? And actually, that would have been great if Friday House was there, because, of course, he has his background in electronics. And we had a young man on the show that was, certified in electronics training. And I think that would have been great for them two to get together and discuss, the equipment and stuff. And you have the option, Laura, to add your channel when you come in. Ah, okay. Yeah, I'll have to do it next time. Get everybody in there. Get everybody riled up. Might as well end the year with a bang, right? Some people just ask the most annoying questions, though. But yeah, but it's good. It makes the people think, And it was a great panel of people. It really was. And they were very knowledgeable in a lot of things. But I think I love it when the chat asks questions. That's why I strongly always encourage you guys when I'm doing a show and I've got a guest on, ask the questions, even if you think it's a hard one, because that's what they're on there for, to answer the questions. People want to know. That's the whole point of the program, Let's see. Morning system checks are done, and I need to make another coffee crawl. Drag yourself in there, get that coffee. I have to get IV bags of coffee. Don't they have something like that though? I think it's for alcohol though. They had come out at one time with like an IV bag thing with a hose on it or something. I think I remember seeing something like that years ago. An insulated bag just for the coffee, keep it warm. But yeah, if I think about doing it, maybe if I do turn the phone on, do a live with the decorations, I have a little. Oh no, I can't play Christmas music because then I'll get nailed. So we'll see. And some people ask question after question after question. Yes, they do. But it's, I still think Cree asks, yes, Cree does ask. I love it when she's on there. And I tell people she's their question queen. So be prepared. But, if you're on a program and, you're claiming to be a so-called expert in something, then you got to be prepared for those questions. Not everybody's saying that you're going to know the answer or have an answer, but be prepared. There's a restaurant in Las Vegas that serves your drink in an IV. Ah, okay. I do know something. I knew I saw something like that. That's so funny. She's a very knowledgeable woman. Yeah, and she's very curious about all of it. So that's what it is. She'll ask questions, and if people don't know, and she looks it up, and that's what part I love, because I do that. If I don't know something, I say, well, let me look it up. Because shit, now I want to know. With the IV pole and all. Oh, that's funny. Is it a vampire bar? A restaurant, Michelle? Could you imagine that? One of those vampire bar places that, yeah, it serves everything in an IV bag. Oh, God. People would go. People are crazy. And then, of course, you get your favorite drink and get an IV bag full. Woo. Called the Heart Attack Grill. Oh, my good. Okay. Wow. That must be interesting. Susan, because I'm there. I can see her. I can see you there, Susan. Hook me up. Hooked. Just hook it up, guys. That's funny. Now, I love it when the people ask questions. It makes it easier on me, for one. Good morning, Spange. How are you? And I don't always come up with all of the good questions. I love it when everybody just keeps pumping out those questions. I had spent a week with an IV in my arm. That was enough for me. Oh, I know. It sucks when they do that. I remember one time I had to go in for something, and the guy was trying to put the IV in, and he kept missing the vein. He kept blowing up my hand. Oh, I was ready to knock him right out. And I'm like, you want to find somebody that knows what they're doing? You're beating me up. I poked full of holes. I'm like, yeah, I didn't spring a leak. Holy crap. Finally, another nurse came in. 1, 2, 3, it was done. It hurts as it is, and this guy's jamming away at me. My husband was getting ready to knock him out cold. There's a place here called The Alchemist, and they serve their drinks in a beaker. Oh, that's cool. That's fun when they do stuff like that. Good morning, Marie. How are you? Never late. Never late. Why? Why? Oh, no. What happened? What happened? I every once in a while come in with a question, but generally everyone else asks the ones that I have. Yep, that happens to me too, Dragon. But that's the whole point, of the chat is that people say, hey, what about this? Do you know anything about that? Or my elves look cold. Yeah, they're trying to warm their buns. I don't know. They're pretty furry under there, though. If you look up their skirts, they got a little bit of fur action going on. Good morning, V team. How are you? And it was very interesting when did get asked questions that how pretty similar everybody's answers were, except for a few things here and there. So it is amazing how the majority of investigators follow the same type of code, if you want to call it that. Laura, have you been looking up the elf security? I can't help it. Can't help myself, Sage. You know how it is. I go live tomorrow for the very first time. Got all my interview questions. I set up a private room in Discord. So my guest has had chance to read it beforehand. Wonderful, Gordo. Wonderful. Don't be nervous. Just get on there and do your thing. Concentrate on your guest, not anything else, and it'll be just fantastic. I'm too timid to ask questions or have opinions. No. Everybody has a right to their opinion. I guess that means there's no manscaping going on there. Yeah, by the looks of it, I would say no. Unless they're furry boots. We could be wrong. They could be fur trimmed boots. Right? I mean, I never really Yes, if one of the mods could please put up Gordo's channel so that we could let everybody know to show up and harass him. No, I'm just teasing. I'm just teasing. I don't want to. Let's see, Steph. I hope so before the man skirt goes on. Yeah, I know. It flutters my head at night while I'm in bed. I heard it, and my dog did too. Oh, wait. I missed whatever Michelle was saying. The air spirit. Ah. Thank you, Miss Steph. Steph's quick like the flash. Yes, it's an elemental. Now, see, you also got to be prepared for stuff like that, like elementals and all of this stuff. There's a lot of people that don't believe in those things. A lot of people don't believe in using crystals. A lot of people don't believe in all of this stuff. So you've got to be prepared for that as well. And you still have to have an intelligent discussion about it. Oh, that's not the. All right, Gordo, if you could just type it in yourself so that everybody knows what to go look for. I'm in a few different communities, and yesterday I was made a mod in one and was very honored. It's a lot of work. I don't have that many. The ones I have, I hold as treasures because it's a lot of work, and that's why I don't ask anybody because they just I don't know if they want to be or have time to be bothered. Good morning, Miss Betty. How are you? How are you doing, darling? Yeah, just put it up there. Oh, I think all right, I think Pinky's got it, Steph. She found it. Is that the right one? Let us know, Gordo. All right, yeah, it's the paranormal gatekeeper. They'll just keep putting it out there. We've got all support, Gordo on his first journey of going live. I remember the first time I went live. It wasn't on YouTube. It was Facebook when I was selling my jewelry. And I just asked, screw it, turn the phone on, and I just started yapping. That was it. Didn't think nothing of it. We all screw up. We all get a little nervous, but I always tell everybody it's just like having a phone conversation, like a Zoom call or whatever, or a chat call like from Facebook. It's one-on-one, and that is it. So and once you do it, then you think, oh God, what was I so worried about? But then there are other people that really get nervous every time. I get it. It's a form of stage fright. There we go. Everybody's putting it out there. So you're good to go, Gordo. Yeah, thanks everybody for helping us support. Sub if you're not. Check it out. It's just as I hate how I look and sound on camera. We all do. I think I sound like a frog. I think I sound like shit. And then there's days where I think, oh God, no camera. I look crappy. But then after a while, who cares? You keep showing up, so you must like it, right? That's how you got to look at it. They keep showing up, you're doing it right. 600 miles. Excuse me. Oh my God. 600 miles. Yeah. Were you able even to get out of the vehicle by the time you were done? I can't do trips like that no more. Steph, so Zagordo is Clark Kent. There you go. My dad was a lorry driver for 40 years. And, God bless them because I don't know how they do it. You really got to love driving. I enjoy driving when we're out in a country or, go up in the mountain. I'll drive all over. Don't bother me at all. I love it. When you're down in the city area and you drive, boy, you just want to knock everybody out because they're stupid. It's all about them, all for themselves. Nobody follows the rules of the road. And I get so mad. I mean, I don't road rage. I swear at them, but I let my husband do the driving. Let him deal with it. Good morning, Ace. How are you? I did see Ace in the show chat last night. Sorry, I was having some kind of difficulties. Excuse me. Every time I would type, it would come up like 20 times. I don't know what that was about. Then I had the blackout. So I'm thinking, okay, everybody just pop in. I just waved. It was just easier. Afternoon to you, John Boy. How are you? So I did see you, Ace. I can go live when I reach 1,000 subs on YouTube. I'm almost there. Good for you. I got a ways to go before 1,000, but I'd like to hit the 600 by Christmas. That's my Christmas wish. We'll see if it happens. What'd I say? 9 more to go? Hello, Sir Wayne. And you guys got to check out Wayne's music. Wayne shared something with me. It was so lovely. Can't wait for you to put that out. It's definitely worth listening to. I'm okay with driving. It's the idiots on the road that ruin it. Yeah, that's the same for me, James. I'm like, what the hell is this bozo doing or whatever? Oh, it's just awful. Wayne, hope you don't have blue balls today. Yeah, no blue balls today. Even though, yeah, we'll have them around here because it's still cold. Cold and snow. Ugh. Actually, you could still you can still go live at 500. You can go live before 500. You just have to prove your identity. That's how I did it. So you send them a picture of your ID. And 1,000 is for monetization. For full monetization, yes. You can still get monetized at 500. But you don't get any kickback from commercials, advertising. Once you hit 1,000, then you get the advertising money. So sometime next year, I'll make the 1,000. It would make life a lot easier. I have road rage as a cyclist and a pedestrian. Oh, it's because people go around with their heads in their asses. That's what it is, and you just can't believe what is the problem here. I played Santa's giant elf yesterday and delivered Christmas gifts. Oh, that's great, Sage. Oh my God, that's so nice. Yes, you could go live at 50 subs. Yes, James is right. 500 for membership and add monetization at 1,000K. Yes. So yeah, at the 500 mark, you get memberships and donations. And sometimes it's quick for people. Bam, there they are. And then it's painful, like me and a few others. It's like one or two at a time. We're grateful for what we get, 100%, but it can be very painful because you're like, oh, geez, come on, because you set a little goal for yourself. A lot of people do bigger goal. I just, little goal here and there, and oh my God, I made it. It's a really big deal. My electric is so high this month using the heat. Yeah, we're all getting our butts kicked. That's why if I do any kind of electric heating, I use ceramic heaters. Even though we have oil, we use the electric just to take a little bit more of a chill off of the room. And electric heaters don't burn as other heaters do. We had a heater one time my sister-in-law bought for us. It was an oil radiator heater. thing is awesome, but oh my god, the meter, all it did was spin. It cost me a fortune. And I packed that up, put it in the attic. I said, never using that again. Cost me a fortune. My goal is to reach 500, and you will get there. You'll go through the seesaw thing like we all do. You get 2, you lose 3, you get the 3, you get 2 more. It's just, and it drives you nuts. Try not to pay any attention to it. That's my advice to anybody. Just don't watch the numbers. Just do your thing, and you'll get there. When you do, glance at it, you'll be like, oh, shit, I got that money. But yeah, just try not to pay attention to it because you'll drive yourself nuts. Because we all do the same thing. What did I do? Oh, what was that video good enough? Oh, maybe that show sucked. And it's a YouTube thing. They like to play with people's heads. So just stop watching the numbers. It's safer. This app. Oh, this apartment has electric heat, but thankfully utilities are covered in rent. Yeah, because it could be pricey. Oh, John Boy, yeah, at 501. Up and down. Yeah, it's a fun ride, isn't it? Actually, they get it, pretty much they should call it the 500 hump. If you get up to like the 505, 510 area, then you're good. You usually don't drop below 500. But then you're thinking, okay, now I want to get to, 600. And that's like what I'm doing. So it's like, 9 more to go. And then, so I got to remind myself, don't look at it. Just don't look at it. I was renting a bed years ago. I could pen on the electric wheel to stop it spinning around. Oh, neat trick. We can't get away with that stuff here. We were forced into having smart meters installed. So, yeah. Guy doesn't even have to come in the house anymore. This out in the vehicle, they go by the house and it registers. And I don't know if that's a good thing or not. Electric is worse here in the summer. Here, have to run the AC constantly. We did last summer, Dragon. We wouldn't have been able to breathe. It was so oppressive this last summer. And yeah, that jacks that bill right up. And you try to go as long as you can without having to use it. And but last summer it was over in the 90s every day. High humidity. The humidity was almost 90%. So it was just oppressive. And I already, informed everybody as if it's that way this coming summer, I don't care. I'll go on a corner with a bucket and beg for change. I have to get a pool. I miss our pool terrible. That was a relief for me. Electric is worse. Let's see. Oh, we got smart meters. Yeah, we were forced into it because if you didn't get the smart meter and you stuck with the old ones, then you would get charged an extra fee because it was an old meter. So I'm thinking, what a bunch of crap that is. So we had to let them in. Oh no, woke up with a migraine and coughing fits. Yeah, we have an oil furnace. So yeah, good morning, Big Stew. How is the big man this morning? Working and hanging out with my very persistent cat this morning. My critters are MIA. I guarantee you my dog is on my bed because my husband's not here and I'm here in the studio. And the cat hangs out in the bathroom because that's her little room. Well, I shouldn't say little. Our bathroom's big, but that's her safe place because the dog irritates the shit out of her. Here in Massachusetts, they charge you anywhere from $64 to $70 for the smart meter. I refused the smart meter and wanted to hold off. I held off as long as I could, but then we got to notice if we kept the old meters, then we would get nailed. Yeah, for another probably $70 extra. And I'm thinking, well, what the hell's that shit? But no, we were forced into it, so I had to do it. That's what I'm hearing. I should only be getting 30 to 40 charge. I support it. Yeah, they're screwing you over. And then, of course, they were having problems with the smart meters because they weren't reading correctly, and people's bills were going up by hundreds of dollars. So we have to keep a lookout for that, and then call them up and say, okay, somebody screwed up. You better fix it because I'm not paying that. They come in, they change it without even your permission and stop the guy because he was a contractor for Eversource. Oh, no, they can't come in unless we let them in here. They have no right to come in, on the property without your permission. So see the difference between states? If it's cheaper to keep it, keep it. Only problem is that when it becomes obsolete, that's the trick. Then you'll be forced into getting the other one. Oh, did you? An interesting conversation with the contractor about the smart meters. It's all a scam. Just like with that crap with the cable, they switched to fiber optics. So now you have to have these adapters. And we went through all of that. And I talked to a guy who come in to install some stuff for us for cable. He goes, it's all bullshit. You don't need any of that equipment. Oh, my God. They replaced my meter without even asking me. They just came in while I was at work and did it. Are you kidding me? That's trespassing. I don't care if they claim to work for the electric company or not. They have to you have to have an appointment, and you have to let them in. They cannot come into your house without you letting them in. It's showing their ID. You don't know who bozo is pulling up in a truck. I was talking to a lady, and she had her oil stolen to heat her home with a family that said, oh my God, serious? Oh, yours is outside. No, see, they have to go in our cellars, in our basements. We all have basements here. And all of the meters are in the basement. So they have to knock, and we don't leave the outside door unlocked because we have an outside door to our basement, and that's always locked up tight. It's only open in the summer when we're working and we're getting stuff out of the basement, but we have to let them in. If it's outside, they could just change it because I write, you're only renting that meter. Ah. I know it's our property. Yeah. It's in my house. Mine is on the side of the house, but they had to open my gate to get to it. Yeah, see, I still consider that trespassing. They still had to open your gate. So it's only helps people to live basically in apartment complexes so they don't splice into their electric and steal it from them. Oh my goodness. And that's what it's come to. People can't afford this stuff. So yeah, they're going to do what they can to get it for nothing. This is absolutely ridiculous. It's 15. it's 11 here, Cynthia. This is for the birds and immortal. So you got Cornelius. It's not fit for man or beast out there. Exactly. But it does nothing for homeowners. Yeah, I think and then I don't know about you guys, but we have a delivery fee on our gas and electric bills. And it's usually more than the usage. Say you use $50 worth of gas and electric, and you're paying for the delivery charge is over $100. And I'm thinking, then nobody dropped it off. All a scam, all of it. And the problem is that they have a monopoly in the area. They're the only company in the area. So what are you going to do? Yeah, they call it a convenience charge. There you go, a convenience charge. What a bunch of bull. But if I'm coming to you, that's not a convenience. Now, if you use to spend your gas money to come get my bill money, that's a convenience. Yeah, exactly, exactly. One energy company kept on sending me bills for the whole house when I lived in the flat. Went on for years. Oh, wow. And they wouldn't listen to you. Oh, my God. Oh, my goodness. Yes, good morning, Cynthia. How are you? We know that you're freezing. And it's okay. Lurk away. Just don't get busted. I have a Ronnie, so they wouldn't even enter the yard or home. Yeah, that's. I'm sorry if they have to open a gate. That's still they're trespassing because you didn't say they could come in your yard. He estimated within a year it's going to cost 700 to 900 more a year for electric. And see, they're trying to convert everything into electric, force people out of using gas appliances. I know they've started that in New York City. You're so right, Steph. Yep. Oh, there, yeah. Somebody's getting pockets full. They're taking all our money, and we're getting the shaft. Such crap. But that's normal. The common, everyday hardworking people, you know, we get the shaft. For those of you in lurking lounge, there's drinks and I left. What a gracious host, graduate. Thank you. That's great. Enjoy the program. The contractor told me there's basically 5 states that are in this, and they're trying to go across the whole U.S. with it. Wow. Isn't that crap? I remember one year I got into an argument with them on the phone about our bill and the costs and all of that. And they says, well, if you don't pay this, we're going to shut it off. And I had pretty much was at my limit. And I said, you go ahead. You shut the effing stuff off. I don't care. I said, I have camping gear. I'll have light. I'll have heat. I'll be able to cook. Go ahead. Shut it off. I said, because I've had enough of you people. They pretty much shut her up. And you won't even see a return until 2052, if then. And I mean, if there's not one problem with the grid or delivery or any of that. Yeah. Is there rum in this corner? That's what I should have. Of course, I only bought the alcohol for the recipe I was doing. But I was there. I should have bought some rum. I'll have to go back. I might need it. Excuse me. The holidays are coming up. I might need some rum. Irani is a 45-kilogram German Shepherd. Yeah, yeah. My Shepherd's Athena. You're not getting in. So there's a thing. What happens when they hit one of our grids? Uh, they shut everything down because you know it's coming. Yep. No, I know what you meant. Grids. Yep. Well, they just updated our whole area because ours was like ancient. And if somebody walked down the street and farted, all the lights went out. So that's why I always panicked when I used to do the show, and I'm thinking, "Oh God, please not a storm," because then everything was just going to get blown out. It's improved. It's all up to date now. All new telephone poles and everything, because we're considered a state highway because of the hospital that's up the road. So we got the huge telephone poles, heavy duty wiring. See, that's what he told me now, Laura. With the smart box, they'll all have to do is push a button and they shut your electric off. That's okay. I'll just push the button and turn it back on. See, it's nice. Become very friendly with that technician stuff, because then if they do stuff like that, they could tell you how to turn that stuff back on. Remember the old days where like they used to shut the cable off? I don't know about you guys, but the kids in the neighborhood used to do that in my neighborhood. When they shut the cable off, they'd wait till nighttime come, and then the kid would climb up the pole, turn it back on. You used to be able to get away with that. Excuse me. No more sending people out, sending notices if they don't want to. Yeah, I'm at the point where I don't care anymore. Go ahead. I've got ways around it. Shepherds and Lambs are awesome dogs. Yeah, my Athena's so fresh. She's a good girl, though. So my question is, what happens if they get hacked and they just shut people down because that happens? Oh yeah, he said it's supposed to be more secure, but he also said there's always a back door. Yes, there is. There always is, and it's always done that way, purposely. So if they do get locked out, they have another way in. I have wood heat. Shut it off. I can cook on my. There you go, girl. There you go. They give me excuse to hook up the wood stove in the basement. I got a load of wood in the yard. Don't don't make a difference to me. And I have Coleman stoves and all of that. All the camping gear would come out and make do. We also have a gas generator, so. Oh, I know that really sucks. Yeah, that all your stuff was stolen. The camping stuff comes in handy. We are always set up around here for emergency stuff like that, where if something shuts off or you have an outage or something, we always have, backup lighting, heating, all of it. You have to nowadays because you don't know what's going to happen. He's unusual as he is solid black. Working line. A solid black dog. That's awesome. They sit in the dark. They're in stealth mode, waiting for somebody to come in. Nobody can even get on our property without my big dog's big mouth. We know that you're here before, than anybody else because nobody gets past her. She starts barking. And my husband will go, what the hell is she bitching about? And I'll say, well, either somebody's in the driveway or coming up the back stairs. Someone's come up the stairs because she runs right to the door, starts jumping on the door and barking. I had this one woman, she mistaken our house for the neighbor's house. She was looking for the neighbor. And I said, honey, I can't open the door because of my dog. My dog was going bananas. She's like, oh, okay. She knew that it was somebody that didn't belong in our hallway, and she was going nuts. I would like to be myself. The wind around here takes out the power often enough. Generally not for more than a couple of minutes, but have seen it down for a few hours as well. Yeah, see, when we had the old wiring and stuff, I am not kidding. We had a bird land on line one time. It blew out the whole neighborhood. Poor bird was fried. Instant chicken dinner. Actually, I think it was a pigeon. So squab, everybody. Yeah, cooked the bird, blew out the whole neighborhood. It took them about an hour to get it all back online. My Gordo channel of him. He was a rescue and a rehome. Oh, wonderful. It's nice when you can do that. I know I would have gone rescue, but at the point I was looking for a shepherd and they didn't have any. I think they had in the humane societies were pit bulls. And pit bulls are lovely dogs. I know a lot of people that have them. I was a little leery about having one, and it makes your insurance go up. And so that's when my uncle was breeding his shepherds. So I got one of his puppies. See, I have a rescue fur baby that rips me apart daily, but I love her out. And it's usually at nighttime. There's Athena. Like, it's 10:30 at night and she wants to play tug of war. And I'm like, oh, listen, my arms aren't working anymore. You always pick the wrong time of day. And then I play fetch with her, in the house because, she wants to run. So, yeah, she just goes running through the whole apartment with it. It's just funny as hell. I saw it down in one place after we had a major ice storm for 3 days. Thankfully, I was at my sister's at the time and we had lanterns and she had gas heat. Yeah. Comes in handy. That's why I rather have gas than the electric. When we have storms, for some reason, it is one power pole people crash into. It's their favorite. it's marked. Pits have a bad rap due to the assholes that raise them and train them for fighting. Exactly, Dragon, yeah. Because I have family members that have them. I have friends that have them, and they're beautiful animals. But I still get a little leery when they get to my face, because if it's not my dog, you get another dog in your face, it makes you a little nervous because they could do some damage. But you're right. It's not the dog's fault. Yep, it's the owners, and they were doing that around here. They were raising them for fighting, and then when they were done with them, they would just dump them off at the pound. So that's what our Humane Society was, just filled with pit bulls. Thank goodness they found places to rehome them to, but I was not looking for a pit bull at the time. My husband and I wanted a shepherd. All of my friends' pitties are so lovely. They're very loving dogs. They are. Basically, the previous owners couldn't handle him, didn't realize what they were taking on when they got him. He was a year old. When we got him, all he knew was his name. Aww. Okay, Betty, we'll be here waiting for you. Yeah, they're a big commitment. People don't realize that. My husband really didn't realize that until we got Athena, and he's like, "Oh," I go, "Yeah, they're a lot of work." And so basically, she's my dog. I'm the mama. I'm the alpha. She's right. Yeah, she's right next to me all the time. Except for right here in the mornings when she knows I'm doing the show because she knows what's going on. And my husband's not home because he doesn't normally let her get on the bed. That's a no-no. But, she knows that, it's time, so she curls up on the bed and takes a nap. I just let her stay there. I remember when Rottweilers was considered the most dangerous, and they are loving dogs. Yes, we had a Rottweiler. A very loving dog. A good family dog. Even small dogs. Yeah, there are a lot of work. We can't have a small dog here because we're rough around here. Because I had a friend of mine trying to talk me into getting a small dog. And I said, please. I said, somebody will sit on the poor thing and kill it. It's and we have to have something that could take a pretty good beating. I said, because we're always stepping on the cat, the poor thing. So yeah, we got to have something that could take a little rough and tumble. So I want to curl up in bed and take a nap. Well, Sage, you should if you poor thing. You should spend the day in bed after that trip. Taking trips like that, even in the car, it's like having jet lag. I remember when we used to travel back and forth from New York to Missouri, and oh my God, it was. By the time we would get to Missouri, we would pass out at my sister-in-law's house. And I was like, oh, I just can't keep doing this trip. I see he's 7 now, really settled down, very obedient, calm, right down. He was wild when I got him. You know what? My dog is getting up there. And she is still a spaz. Of course, she's not fixed. They say that helps if you give them spayed or neutered. It calms them down. But no, I'm not going to do that to her. But yeah, she's ready to rock and roll any second of the day. Oh God, it's sometimes it's too much for me. And I'll just say, you just go lay down. Since you're driving me crazy, get the hell out of here. I had bus terriers for several years. Now I have to travel a lot. And I have a cat instead. They are good to take care of themselves. Yeah, yeah. Well, see, it's hard for us a lot of times now because we like to take off on the weekends or whatever. And some places we would go, we weren't allowed to bring the dog. So it was nice when my son was home, I had a dog sitter. And then people go, well, just put her in a kennel for the. No, I don't want to put my dog in a kennel. You don't know what's going on. So now that my son's, moved out in his own home, now I only go to the places where they allow the dog because I have to bring her with me. And it's rough on her because she has anxiety in the truck. She never used to, and it just developed. So yeah, when we're driving down the road, I've got to scrub, like tickle her chest, and it calms her down. And then she'll finally lay down until she hears something, and then she spazzes out again. I actually had a terrier mix at one time. She was Hound and Terrier. And oh my God, the funniest dog. She was so funny. She looked like a terrier, but she was a mix. I love my bearded collie, White Cross. She was a very cool dog. They're all just they all have their great attributes. All dogs, they really do. Oh my God, I saw one the other day online. A Tibetan Mastiff. Have you guys ever saw one of those dogs? Oh my God, that is a dog. It's just a giant beast covered in hair. Oh, jeez. The paw was like the size of a bear paw. They were just huge. And all I could think of was, man, I'm glad I don't have to clean up after that dog. Yeah, they're huge. They are. I was like, because I'm watching them. They're doing a grooming on this dog, and the guy was speaking to him, in his native tongue. I'm thinking, what the hell kind of dog is it? And then it said, yeah, Tibetan Mastiff. I'm thinking, holy crap. You might as well put a saddle on it and use it as a ride. Oh my God. My cat is sitting beside me right now, staring at me. He wants my lap and some treats. Yeah. Good morning, Simon. How are you today? Happy Monday. Mastiffs were used as war dogs in the Middle Ages. I did read that somewhere. My husband had a Mastiff at one time, but not a Tibetan one. They're bigger. It's just one hell of an animal. Good morning, Tina. Yeah, we're talking about dogs this morning. What kind of dogs do you have, Tina? I've had black labs. I've had a Rottweiler. I've had a Chow. I've had the terrier mix. What other dog did we have? Oh, we had a miniature collie at one time when I was very little. And then we have Athena. But I think Athena is my last dog. As long as I still live in this house. If I sell this house and get something that's all on one floor, it'll be easier. Then I could just let the dog run out on its own and do its thing. I'm too beat up to take care of a big dog. There are two types of Tibetan Mastiffs. One is in Europe, are not so big. Chinese breed are huge ones for guard. Yeah, the one I saw was the Chinese. It was just the biggest thing. Oh my goodness. My little one is a Shih Tzu mini poodle cross. And oh, that's right. It's afternoon. I always forget you guys are in the afternoon. Knock it off. Stop going ahead in time. Oh, and I forgot I had a Cocker Spaniel too. My Cocker Spaniel Ginger. What a lovely dog. Of course, I've always wanted a golden retriever. See, I'm terrible. If I had a bigger house, I'd probably have about 5 dogs. Mom and Dad had a Springer Spaniel called now. She's 13, coming up. Let's just say she's not got too long left. Oh, she can climb up in Mom and Dad's bed anymore. Arthritis, yeah. Poor little thing. But yeah, I love Cocker Spaniels. Just, and they're so squishy and soft. They're such beautiful dogs. Bloody autocorrect, yeah. Tina's got a Yorkie Schnauzer mix, a Siberian Husky, a Golden Retriever. Yeah, you have all of those? She's got gold. I love Golden Retrievers too. Awesome family dog, a Golden Retriever. A menagerie of different dogs throughout my life. Yeah, me too. You got to try them all, right? As an adult, besides my boxer, I've only had giant dogs. I mid-range to no, the smallest one we've had was the mini collie, and that's when we were in South Carolina. My parents had the miniature collie, and she was a lovely dog. Let's see, my biggest I would have to say is Athena, my shepherd. The chow I had was pretty close, but Athena's bigger. Fair enough. I was in a pub earlier, picking up 2 bullies after looking an hour there. So Shih Tzu cross poodle called the shit. Oh my god. Oh, that's right. You're a pet groomer. I forgot. Yeah, that's my son's girlfriend. They've got one dog who is a oh god, he's a mix, but he's a herding dog. I forget what he is. But he's a mixture. And so they've got him, which drives my son nuts because he always tries to herd everybody. And then they have 3 cats. And now she wants another small dog. My son goes, no, that's it. He goes, that's it. I mean, they have a small house, a big yard, but I forgot what she said she wanted. She wanted a small dog. I thought we were mad having, yeah, my uncle's got 6. The one that breeds the shepherds, he's got 6 dogs. And then when they finally move into, he's building a house right now out in the middle of nowhere. I guarantee you they'll probably end up with 6 more. Mom and Dad have ever had Springer Spaniels. They did have a poodle before, but that was before I was around. We can't have poodles. My sister and my father are highly allergic to poodles. And we found that out the bad way because a friend of ours had poodles and we went to go visit. This is when I was younger and my sister was little and she's loving the dog up and my sister's face swelled right up. Her eyes swelled shut. We had to take her to the emergency room. Oh, it was awful. So yeah, we can't have any poodles. I love Labradoodles. Oh, they're such wonderful dogs. There's somebody I know that has one. I'm trying to steal her. Her name's Ruby. The dog is such a beautiful creature. My lady called me a dog magnet. When I walked down the street, they would come to me. That's my husband. My husband would be out walking around, and all of a sudden, he did this dog follow him home every time. That's how he ended up with the Mastiff. It was wandering the streets that just followed my husband home. They couldn't find the owner, so my husband kept it. Wow, 3 of them, yeah. I don't have room for 3 dogs. Because I would have went for another shepherd when my uncle had the last litter that they had. But I'm thinking, I don't have the room. I just don't. Tina wants a standard poodle. They are cute, but yeah, can't have them here. When I lived at my mother's, we had 2 small, large dogs. They bring such joy to everybody, you know? People miss out when they don't have a dog. I used to have a northern, let's see, but she was too much for me. Physically standard disabilities with my left leg, which means I can walk as much as I wanted to give her away. Yeah, that's what it is. I have issues because, Athena should go out more than she does. And I can't do it anymore. So that's why I'm thinking she's the last dog that I'm going to have. Because I can't, a shepherd, they want to run, and so when we do go out somewhere out in the country, I just unhook her and let her go. Let her just run her brains out. But when we're home, she doesn't get very far. Did I miss your list? Excuse me. The morning choking to death. Let's see. Did I miss her list? What's her list? Oh, here we go. Oh, she had a golden Labrador, a golden retriever when I was little. The German Shepherds, Newfoundlands. Oh, they're awesome. Too big of a dog for me, though. I know somebody has two of them. Shepherd. I also had a Stafford. If I could say it right, Stafford Bull Terrier and American Bulldog Staff. Oh, nice. Isn't it funny how, we always, I know a lot of people that just strictly stick with one breed of dog. And then there's other people that have, well, I've got to try this one or I got to try that one. Oh my God, they give you anaphylaxis. Guinea pigs. Guinea pigs are so cute. There's one thing we haven't had. We haven't had guinea pigs, but we've had hamsters and birds and fish. I used to have a huge aquarium. And then after I ended up boiling our freshwater lobster, I said, well, I think it's time to put down the aquarium. And it was a lot of work. So yeah, I shut it down. It's now in my attic. I can't even give it away. I got to get rid of the thing. And my dog's just totally spoiled. Spoiled rotten. I would be lost without Ronnie. He's my crutch. I have a very special bond with him. He's my best mate. Oh, that's wonderful. Yeah, she's my brat. That's what I call her, my brat. She's so fresh. I love her. She's a really good girl. And she's always the hit. When we go to like campgrounds and stuff like that, and I'll take her for walks around the campgrounds, everybody loves her. And she's always friendly with everybody, except for we've only had a problem with two people at a campgrounds. For some reason, they had a Boy Scout troop there doing camping, and the guy was a young guy, he had long hair, and he loved dogs. And boy, he wanted to get it, all over Athena. And Athena hated his guts. And I had the death grip on her and the choke chain, and I kept telling him, don't get in her face. Oh, no, she's fine. Yeah. She wants to rip your throat out, and you think she's fine. She didn't like him. Poodles are considered hypoallergenic. No, my sister was allergic to the poodle. Blew up like a balloon. She had to go get shots. And my sister would love to have a cat. She's allergic to cats too. She can say it for my dad. My dad's allergic to cats. So even though I have him up here, he doesn't do too bad because, I'm kind of anal about, animal hair. So I'm always cleaning. So it's most of the time people don't even know we have a cat. My aunt keeps catching cats. They just turn out blue. We don't know where. Oh, we've got one that actually lives we have a bike shed. And I think she's living in there this winter. You see her little footprints. I don't bring her in because of the dog. And I don't have the extra money to bring her in and have her checked out before I bring her in. Because I don't know if she's got anything. And I don't want to put my other animals at risk. So yeah, and we always end up with the stray cats in the neighborhood. They always end up having their babies in our yard. So here I got to catch all these animals and bring them up to the pound or rehome them because they don't want them living outside. It's because people just don't want their cats anymore around and they just throw them outside. And that's what happens around here. Dog sense is wrong. Yeah, there was something about that guy. She just did not like him. And he kept getting down, and like I said, I had the death grip on her because if I had let go, she would have bit him in the face. And I kept saying, please don't do that. She doesn't know you, and she's not. She don't like you. I'm sorry to say that, but that's better than to say that and pull her off than have a lawsuit on my hands. And then I'm being forced to put my dog down because of somebody's stupidity. No.
Priority 1 message coming in on secured channel.
On my phone. Sorry, guys. Don't ever take your pet or cat to a Chinese restaurant. Oh, God, no. I know. Well, we talked about that last time. About how we had one Chinese restaurant around here. They got busted for having dogs in their freezer. All I can think is, thank you, Jesus, I never ate there. I would have been thrown up for the rest of my life. Actually, there was one time a friend of mine said he was going by a Chinese food restaurant where he was watching the guy must have been one of the chefs out in the back, and he was calling to a cat, "Here, kitty, kitty." And I'm thinking, oh my God. Don't eat there. See, to them, that's food. It's like, oh God, no, they're pets. I just like last night, my son had to come over because German Shepherds are susceptible to getting cysts. Athena had one a long time ago, and then I noticed the other day when I was petting her, I felt a little lump below her collar area. So I'm digging through her fur, and there I find it. Well, I've got to have somebody hold her because she's such a big baby, so that I could take care of it. So yeah, my son had to come over last night so that we could clean that thing out and medicate it. And yeah, she's got to get some medicine today. Because I thought that was strange the first time she got one. I'm thinking, what the hell is this bump? At first I thought it was a tick because it had like a black spot at the top. And I'm thinking, what? And I scratched it with my nail just to see if it was a tick. And nope. And then I looked it up and come to find out that, yeah, they tend to get cysts every now and then. So let's see. This is the second one she's had in her whole life. So it's within, I think, about 3 or 4 years in between. So it's okay. We'll just grease her up with medicine and she'll be great. But she hates it when I have to do any kind of treatment on her. To get her nails done is just the biggest theatrical show there is. Hates having her nails done. Thank God my son's girlfriend's a pet groomer. They tag team her, get the nails done, and it's over with. Dogs don't like a person. There's a reason for that. The person is, yeah, you're right. I trust my dog more than I trust most people. That's how my uncle is. My uncle has always been close to his dogs, always. Because he grew up and people weren't very nice to him when he was growing up. So his dogs are his babies. And then when he ended up getting a male and a female, that's when they decided to have, breed and have the puppies. And Athena's from their first litter. The first litter was 15 puppies. I'm telling you, if you guys could ever get a chance to experience something like this, he had set up a whole play land for them out in his yard. The dogs are totally spoiled. Well, I went over there one day just to go visit, him and the puppies. And so I sat on the lawn and he opened the gate. There's nothing more fun than being mauled by 15 puppies. That was just the greatest experience I ever had. All of these fat little puppies running towards you. Oh, it was so great. We had a restaurant here about a decade ago. They got busted for killing crow. Oh, no. Crows and using them? Oh. 15 puppies, mama didn't. Yeah, she didn't have that many faucets. No, they had to bottle feed some of them. Swap on and off. But it was one hell of a summer. One hell of a summer. All healthy, strong babies. But they knew important. The dog was their mother, Xena, her name is, so tired out. So they had to do puppy duty every couple of hours, swap off. Some would feed off of mom, and then they'd bring out the bottles for the extras, and a lot of work. Because my husband, oh, maybe we should breed Athena. I said, what are you, crazy? We live on the second floor. I'm not breeding Athena. Who's dragging these puppies up and down to go to the potty? And then if she has a lot of them, who's going to, bottle feed extras? No, it's all right. We don't need to experience that. And I don't know if, I know my uncle, he's bred 3 times, different bloodlines. He's very strict on that. My uncle's an awesome breeder. Very, very anal about how the bloodlines are and how the puppies are taken care of. And you get a whole notebook full of stuff when you adopt a puppy. You have to go through an interview. Yeah, not everybody gets one of his dogs. But I think they're done. Have you ever turned puppies loose with pantyhose? It's hilarious. I have seen that, Sage, but I've never done it. I do that in the summer, sit in the field, and the horses just wander over a hangout, or sometimes Bella lays down next to me so I can scratch her. Oh, that's so nice. I love horses too. I could never afford to have a horse. I didn't have room for a horse anyway. But that's one of the nice things. You go out into the country, go for a ride, and you just, hang out. Usually we have something in the vehicle to snack, give this out as snacks, like apples and stuff like that. Of course, we always ask first because we don't want to get in trouble for feeding somebody's horse something they're not allowed to have. Steph saw a video yesterday. It was a little girl. She had to been about 3. And of course, they lived on a ranch, and she called the horse over to her. And the horse comes running right up to her, and she's yakking with him, and he bumped her and knocked her down, and he's loving her up. And then she says, oh, you're my best friend. And then she kisses his nose. I says, oh, that is just the sweetest thing. And how gentle that horse was with her. Oh, he was just like a big teddy bear. Oh, geez, it was so cute. Can't have horses here. Not enough land. Yeah, we don't have enough room for horses either. And it's expensive to take care of horses. So I don't have the income to support such a pet. Because if I did, then I'd have one. The other day, I was taking mom and dad, Springer, out for a walk briefly, or hobble. That made my bad leg. And this young girl comes over, and she goes to stroke Nellie, and now went for her. Oh, no. Oh, and now went for her. Yeah, see, you always got to tell, horses love babies and children. Yes, they do. Isn't it amazing? And that's why it kills me. Oh, animals don't feel. Yeah, well, they're full of shit. You see the love that they give to each other, when you're watching them out in the field. And they become attached to humans. They really do. Because when we lived in Missouri, my sister-in-law's father-in-law, he was raising cows. They were just like big puppies. They'd see you coming, and they would run up, and you got to love them up. And of course, he was raising them, for slaughter, unfortunately. And then when he did do that, my sister-in-law goes, I'm not eating that. She goes, I can't do it. Because she loved up those cows. But it's, animals, show love. I did see ages ago about a woman who was 50. I had IVF and had 7 babies in one go. And how the hell anybody could shoot that many babies without being cross-eyed? Oh, it's amazing what the human body can do, isn't it? But that's the thing. It's not, 7 is too many. We're not meant to have all of that. Hey, Mystic, how are you? I miss having horses, can't afford it anymore. Yeah, it's very expensive. Their upkeep, their care, it's and all of that. It's just way too expensive. I do have some friends that have them, but they also do, like they'll it's you could go for horse rides, and that helps pay for their care. So they'll do like, summertime horse riding. They also do you go for lessons, they do lessons. And in the winter they do like sleigh rides and stuff. So that helps pay for it. It's very expensive. Hello, hello, Mark. How are you? Bella knows my voice. She's always knickers, knowing it's me, and she waits happily. Of course, they know, they recognize who you are. Oh no, Mystic. It's 3. See, it made it up to 11 here. So compared to you, we're having a heat wave. Welcome back, Miss Betty. When I got up, it was 7. So now we're up to 11. And with 3, I know we had that last week. Wrap yourself up, keep warm. Yeah, the animals know. They know who their favorites are. So when people say stuff like that, oh, they don't know. No, you don't know. They know who their people are. A few aches and pains today. I played sleeping. I got to bed fine. Wake up with a backache. Yeah, me too, Mark. Well, actually, I didn't sleep well at all, but I woke up and it was slow moving. I'm thinking, okay, I gotta do this slow. My son's gonna come over and dig up my car. Oh, good, good. Oh, Tina's at 8. A balmy 8 degrees. We're all rocking these high temperatures. Oh, Steph's got a heat wave. 18. She's winning. I have no idea what the high is going to be today. But I know we got snow coming. How unusual. Oh, okay. We're supposed to get up to a whole 23. Yeah. Rub it in, Pinky. 59. And you're freezing, right, Pinky? 59. I'd have shorts on. Yeah, I would take the 59 in a heartbeat. I am just not a cold weather person. And I bitch about it every year. But I can't move because I love where we live. Actually, where I want to live is up on the mountain. So if I get up on the mountain someday, it gets colder there. So they get dumped on first with the white stuff, but that's okay. I just stay in the house. Let's see, yesterday morning was 8. This last night, it got down to 25. Then the clouds came in and it warmed up to 34. Heat wave, 34. Spain's is at 44. Cynthia's at 21. Missouri's at 21 right now. Did you get any snow your way, Cynthia? Because I know Missouri is famous for ice. The whole time we lived there was just ice. I mean, it was beautiful, but I didn't drive when it was like that. It was horrible. They're talking 64 degrees on Friday. Then a sharp drop to the teens later that afternoon. Seriously? Isn't that freaky? No, our high for the week is going to be 47. Steph, you'll be at your friend's pool at 64. Yeah, I know. No shit. 64. I'll take it. Oh, typo 54. I still take the 54. We're not going to hit the 50s. Snow is supposed to come in here on Wednesday, I think. Yeah, we're supposed to get some today. And then it's going to hit us Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. And we're going to get rain on Thursday and Friday, so they should just make it lovely here. Frozen death trap. My part is at 21. No, we were supposed to get, but it went, you were supposed to get it, but it went north. Yeah, when we lived there, they didn't get much snow. Very little bit. It was mostly, they would have ice storms. And then everything would be covered in like 2 inches of ice. Like I said, it was beautiful because it was like, you lived in a village of glass. It was pretty, but I didn't go out and drive in that stuff. Awful. And I have no problem staying indoors all winter. I always tell everybody, see me in the spring. I only go out when I have to. So that means a grocery store, and now not even doctor's appointments, because I tell them, no, I don't do appointments in the winter. It set me up for April. This thought will create an awful mess. Yeah, we're going to have a mess. It's going to rain, and we've got about a foot of snow out in the yard now. We're supposed to get it dumped on again later. Of course, it changes from, minute to minute here where I live. It could go right by us, or we could get pummeled and be buried, and then it'll rain and turn into this shit, and it'll be horrible. Mystic, same here. Yeah, that's what I say. See me in April. Because that's what happened last year. They had appointments for me for like doctors and all this. I go, you know what? I'm not coming. Of course, I ended up with pneumonia last year. Yep, I'm hibernating. That's it. I tell them, spring. I'm not driving in this stuff because people are crazy. I trust myself in my vehicle. It's the other people I worry about. They think that, they're indestructible and drive crazy high speeds on bad roads. And then you got to worry if they're going to slam into you. No, I just don't want nothing to do with it. I didn't want to go out yesterday, but we needed food. I told my husband, oh, come on, let's get it over with. So I did some major shopping. It'll last for the rest of the month. Filled everything up. So I said, there, we're good. Got the stuff for Christmas dinner already. I said, that's it. There, I got everything except for a couple of odds and ends. And when my father and my sister go out shopping, they could pick up the rest. I said, that's it. I'm done. Yeah, the idiots think the 4x4 will stop them faster. Oh, yeah, exactly. They don't realize that 4x4 just gives you that little extra stability, but it's not the savior from bad weather. And if you don't know how to drive and use it in the first place, forget it. I felt safer in Acadia. It's so big. Yeah, see, we used to have Jeeps, and then we upgraded. When my husband opened up his contracting business, we switched over to a truck, and we've had trucks ever since. It's just more practical for us at this time in our lives, and better control. I've got better control with the truck. The Jeep too. The Jeep was great in bad weather. I wouldn't own a car again, ever. I'm not a car, unless it was like one of those little like wind up cars. That's what I call them. Those little electric matchbox cars that they sell. I would love to have one of those just so I could go like, down the road a ways to a small store that we've got down the road, and they would be hilarious. I would put a key on the back and make it spin. They would be so fun. But otherwise, yeah, it's either a Jeep or a truck. I still need good winter tires. Yeah, you do. You still need good. You need, but you still know you have to know how to operate it. Just because it's 4x4 doesn't mean that you don't have anything to do. It just helps you take off and keep moving. Does not stop. You faster, you still slide just as far. Yeah, yeah. Well, that's what I'm saying. You need to know how to use it. And after having them for years, I got pretty good at it. I grew up and learned to drive in Colorado. So yeah, that's it. If you could survive Colorado, then you're good. On ice 4x4 doesn't mean that. It's right. That's right. It doesn't. You slide just as bad. A 4x4 has saved us from a lot of trouble. Because we always go down seasonal roads no matter what time of year it is. And my husband got buried in one time in a seasonal road. And if we didn't have the Jeep, it would still be there. He'd still be stuck on that road. It got him out. But everybody says, if we get this, it's the magic. 4x4 is not the magic. You got to know what you're doing. Our Ford Ranger drivers ass hats there too. It's not just Ford Rangers, Pinky. It's we have a lot of issues with the Dodge guys, because it's the truck that has that the badass sound and all that power, and we have more Dodge attitude people than Ford. I slide on wet ground, let alone ice. Oh, Jesus, Mark. Oh, yeah, most men in trucks. Well, they have the big man syndrome, a lot of them. I have to admit, the last truck that we had, it was a big truck. It was a Chevy 2500. And I loved that truck. And yeah, I had a tendency to do a little drag racing every now and then because you get that itch. Well, because when you guys see, oh, it's just a woman in a truck, she won't do nothing wrong. It's a good thing I never got busted by the cops. But yeah, every time I give in once in a while. In fact, have a Dodge truck though. It's a 2-wheel drive. Around here, they all have the big Dodges. And you could see, and they're big guys, and it's actually funny. The big, bulky guys have Dodges, and then you've got the little tiny guys who own the big Ford trucks. So I don't know if that's like little man syndrome or something. Oh, I got a big truck. I'm a big dude. But it's really weird around here on who owns what. My father had a Dodge, and this thing was a beast. It had a huge engine in it. It was a sportier, more style. He bought it off of some guy who used to tow a boat and stuff. And my father got it. This thing, you needed a gas station with this truck, because you'd step on that. I don't know exactly the engine size. The guys would know. You just tap that gas pedal, and this thing was like a rocket. And I used to drag race with that all the time. Dad, let me borrow the truck. And to look at it, I mean, guys would probably know by looking at it. Who knows? But to look at it, it was just a regular white truck. He stepped on the gas pedal. That was the fastest thing. Oh my God, it was fast. And it'd be like, yep, he just emptied the tank. And yeah, I used to break them on my father all the time. I said, yeah, I had that on 2 wheels, Dad. Yeah, I thought so. He'd start laughing. I got a 78 Dodge heavy duty 4x4. It literally will go anywhere and any weather. But I don't move if there's ice on the road. It becomes nearly a 4,000 pound wrecking ball on ice. Yeah, yeah. We've had a Dodge. Got rid of it. It was a rot box. Damn thing rotted right out on us. And my husband's very meticulous on taking care of the vehicles, and it's just, we weren't very big fans of it. And it was a big Dodge. And that's when we switched. We went over to the Silverados. We've never had a problem with a Silverado. And of course, everybody, oh, you Dodge or yours. You know what? All vehicles have their own problems. Ford's got some great vehicles. Ford is a great farm truck, to be honest. I've driven huge Fords when we lived in Missouri, and I'm telling you, they'll go anywhere out on a farm. So it was built for that purpose. But everybody has their favorites. My husband and I used to clean dealerships at night for extra money, and we were cleaning the Ford dealership, and they had this brand new Ford in the back. I don't know what kind it was. All I know is, I am not kidding you. You needed a ladder to get into this truck. You could live in this truck. It was a beautiful Ford. Full interior, was all leather. It had everything you could think of in there. And I was laughing with my husband. I go, well, how the hell do you get into it? You need a ladder. The thing was huge. I don't know if it was a limited edition. I don't remember. But this thing was gorgeous. I really drive at night because of bad eyesight and cataract. Yeah, I don't like to drive at night either. I have the beginning stages of cataracts. That's why I wear the cheaters. And I get a lot of night blindness now. So I almost hit somebody one time. So I said, I don't think I should drive. Not at night. If I have to, I will. But then I have to use the high beams all the time. So I don't make sure I don't run anything over. I like Ford F-150. They're nice. Yeah, they're all nice trucks. They really are. I have not had an issue with my Dodge other than the dash is busted up because it got brittle from sunlight. I get a new dash. It'll be great. That's wonderful. Ours, I'm not kidding you, Dragon. It rusted right out. The doors, this truck wasn't that old. I don't know, it's because of the area that we live in. We ended up you had to replace the driver's side door because the hinge broke on it. My husband was so pissed off. So yeah, he's done with Dodge. He calls them Dodge junk, Dodge garbage. He won't. And then we have friends that go, yeah, you're Chevy garbage. So it's everybody has their preference. Then you have people, I wouldn't touch a Jeep. Well, I love Jeeps. My son loves Jeeps. There's people out there who won't touch them because of the problems they have. Well, all vehicles have their problems. John Boy, aren't you domestic today? Oh, John Boy's doing house cleaning. Minus an 01 and just a little rust around the rear fender. Nothing big. Oh, yeah. See, the wheels rotted out on it. The bottoms of the doors. The underside of the doors. And my husband found out by that because he was cleaning it and his fingers pushed up through it. And he's like, what the flip is this? That's when we got rid of it. He says, oh, that's it. I'm done. And my husband, he's at the car wash all the time. And it's always waxed and treated. Very, very meticulous on auto care. And it was just a rot box. Maybe it was just that year. I don't remember which year it was. To look at it, it looked beautiful. Yeah. The underside was terrible. Oh, it was awful. It's because of the treatments of the roads for winter kills all day. Yeah, well, see, we use that liquid salt here. And that's probably what did it. Because no matter how much you clean, that shit's still on there. They're not doing it that much this year. The governor is telling them to curb back on on the salts on the roads. I think they need to go back to sand, but they won't do that. They do that up, in the North Country. They'll do sand, but here, closer to the city, it's all that brine, that liquid salt. That's why I always got to replace the plants out in my front yard, because I think it's the salt from the winter that kills them. Gotta go take care of everyone. Oh, thanks, Betty, for hanging out. I hope you enjoyed yourself. I hope you have a great Monday. Keep warm. Oh, and Mark's taking off too. Hey, no. Okay, Mark, you have a great rest of your day. My friend has had only Jeep Renegades. I've known him for 33 years, and he's never had anything else. They go to Jeep Fests and Gathering. Is apparently a huge community. It is. My son gets ducked all the time. Even though it's only supposed to be for Jeep Wranglers. Every time because we've always had the Grand Cherokees. And my son upgraded to what's the one? Is it the Renegade? That's the one that looks like a truck. He just bought one of those. He didn't think he'd like it, but he loves it. And every time we come out of some store or something, he's got a duck on the on the Jeep. So he gets ducked, which I think is hilarious. Because I remember when it first happened, I'm like, what's the deal with the duck? The rubber duck. I've got 2 of them in my kitchen that he left here. But every time he goes somewhere, he ducks them. But yeah, I can't remember the name of that's the one that looks like the truck. That's what he's got now. And it actually, I never liked him. And then when he got it and I took the first ride in it, I liked it. It converted me. Very comfortable. It's a very nice machine. Let's see. Good morning, Stu. I have to say this warm and cold fluctuation in weather might have made me deflated. Uh-oh. She's calling for roadside assistance, Stu. Get the air compressor. Oh, Steph says I give my duck to my kids and put them on. Well, that's what my son's been starting to do. Every time he gets ducked, then what they do is they just take it and stick it on another Jeep so to get rid of them. Because I've seen Jeeps where the whole dashboard is filled with different ducks. It's hilarious, but yeah, how many do you need? But that's a big thing. Good morning, Paranormal Simulations. How are you this morning? And then when you don't know nothing about it, you're like, what's the deal with the rubber duck? So I had to have somebody educate me on, the world of the duck. Oh, I'm wrong. He owned Wranglers. Yeah, Wrangler. I always wanted a Wrangler. But Wranglers are more than the Grand Cherokees, for crying out loud. I don't know jack shit about Jeeps. Let's see. In my driveway is a Pontiac 69 Ford Falcon. Ooh, nice. My father'd like to see that. Ford Ranger, Jeep Patriot, and Nissan. Nice. Well, she loaded up. She's got a whole car lot over there. My father's always been a Dodge guy. He's always had, but he did have a Ford Falcon when he was younger. My father's last truck before he gave up his license was a Dodge. I have to say the Dodge Dakota was a good truck, a nice small truck. Stu's on his way, Steph. He's a bit deflated himself. You guys can both pump you up. Yeah, I'm not a Jeep ducker. If you can't see that By my Sasquatch paraphernalia. I don't know what's wrong with you. Yeah, they just do it. I see my son got one the other day. It looked like it was a pirate duck. Hilarious. I told him, so that one you should keep. That's funny. But that's what he started to do now. It's just they grab it, stick it on another Jeep. Otherwise, you'd end up with hundreds of these stupid... And not for nothing, where are they getting these ducks from? Where do they sell those? That's what I want to know. Where the hell are you getting this crap? We're doing good. Paranormal Simulations, how are you doing? We're all bitching about the cold weather. We did dog chat a little while ago. We're talking about Steph being deflated. She'll be the one with the blinkers on. Oh, one blinker or two. Pinky, that's a bunch of vehicles. Classic. Yeah, it is. She's got some, some. So, well, back in the day, that's how they used to make cars. Now everything is disposable garbage. I remember back in the day when you had a truck or a car and you hit a tree, say, okay, you get a ding in your bumper. Now, if you hit a tree, you back into a tree, your car's totaled. It's garbage. Hello, Paul. Good morning to you. How are you today? They must order them from Oriental Training Company or Temu. Maybe. Yeah, because I never thought about that. Like, where are you getting these damn ducks? My niece has a Jeep. She still admit the ducks. Yeah. Everybody gets ducked. Oh, me too. Me too, Steph. I miss the cars that were actually made of steel, not aluminum. That was my big beef when Ford came out with the all aluminum truck. And I seen a video where they showed that one it caught on fire. It melted. The whole truck melted. And I'm thinking, oh crap. And it's the truth. Around the corner from us, the people that live there, their garage caught on fire from a battery recharging. Well, their truck was in there and it was a Ford. It melted. And I seen it. I'm thinking, oh my God, it's true. The damn truck melted. So not to mention, they lost the house and they lost their vehicle because the damn thing melted. Your cars are not supposed to melt. My son's going to be dropping a V8 in the Falcon. Holy crap, put some wings on it. That's going to be something. Yeah, everything is built to break. Exactly. It's cheap crap is what it is. Now, the one truck that we had, we were checking out of campgrounds and it was at night and it was raining because we were going to pick out the spot that we wanted to reserve. And my husband couldn't see that well. So doesn't he back into a tree? Oh my God. I'm like, oh my God, great. We got, look, we had to have the whole bumper and all that replaced. Now, if it was an older truck, we would have probably had a little ding. Or the tree would have knocked over. Not the stuff they have today. Yes, duckies everywhere, duckies. John Boy, got me Ghostbusters duckies for Christmas. Oh my God. So they must have them in all different ones. I thought the pirate one was cute. I told my son, you got to keep the pirate one. That one is funny. But I've seen them where, the whole entire dash is filled with ducks. Sorry, not been in chat, been listening in the background while organizing Christmas. Oh, my days. You could knock me down with a feather. Oh, my goodness. Well, I'm determined to get mine done today, Wayne. Even if I got to drag it down all by myself. Or throw it down the stairs by myself. One or the other. I haven't decided how I'm going to do it. But I got to get something up. I would love a pirate duck. Yeah, it was one of the cutest ones he had. I said, that one you got to keep. But they've got them all different, nurse ducks. The one he left here was a plain duck. And I forgot there's another one. It's got color or something on it, but all different ducks. Don't overdo, Wayne. You're still not 100%. Of course, listen to me talk, because that's what I'll do. I'll end up overdoing. But I got to get something up. This is not the same when I don't have anything up. And wow, we have already hit that 2-hour mark, guys. Wow. And we didn't even get into any food talk today. That's the first. But yeah, speaking of food, guys, I don't know about you, but I'm starving. All I had was my 1 cup. I only had 1 cup of coffee, too. Spage's Quackers for Duckies. Send all your unwanted ducks to Spain's. Alessio, you show up now. You show up now, and I'm getting ready to say goodbye because I'm starving. I haven't decided what I'm going to have for lunch yet. Maybe leftover pot roast from last night. That sounds like a plan. Everything is always better the second day. Oh, wait, I still have lasagna left, too. I might have that. I don't know. We'll see. What's Alessio up to today? I hope you're having a good day. Well, I hope everybody has had a wonderful time. I've enjoyed chatting with everybody. I always do. Oh, yes, apologies. I know you're busy. I'm sure you have better things to do than to hang out and talk about ducks and Jeeps. And we had a dog talk. That was nice. And Steph is waiting on the roadside for a stew service. Gonna have to duck out and take care of everyone. You too, Marie. Yeah, I was out doing some shopping and other stuff. Did you buy me a present? You shouldn't have, Alessio. I'm always looking for a present. I love getting stuff in the mail. Even if it's just something small, it's fun. But until then, guys, I want you guys to have a great Monday. Keep warm, keep fed, keep healthy. And I will see you guys somewhere out there in YouTube land. I'll be on probably later. Again, please remember to hit the like, subscribe if you're not, become a member. It costs pennies. Everything comes back to the channel. I appreciate all of it. I appreciate all of you, all of my mods. You guys are the best. And I know we didn't even get a chance to have a little cheeky fun with Alessio. I have duties, unfortunately. Yeah, don't we all? It all stinks. But until then, guys, have a great day. I love you all. And I will talk to you guys later. Have a good one.